got a rifle on a hunting rack, best friend in the back, old hound riding shotgun. I got a camouflage mud truck looking for a big buck creeping through the dusky dawn. Big bright floodlights cutting through the dark night make a path to the deer stand. Pray to God Almighty, quiet as I can be, waiting for the aftermath. We've been dreaming all year for the season, waiting for the leaves to fall. We'll be looking for a 12-point buck, man. He'll be chasing that doe. Fire up your guns, draw back your bows, let the lead out, let the hammer go. Put some meat on the table, horns on the wall, take a picture, show it off to your pawpaw. You're a different kind of animal, hiding in the brush. Look at what it does when hunting's in your blood.
We made it down here to the Montauk Lodge. We're getting ready to go in here and get our daily trout tag. Looked like a bunch of other people had the same idea we did to get here the night before, but we're going to head in here and go ahead and get our tag. On the way down here, we saw 14 deer. You gotta love living in the country. I know I do. Well, folks, it's the night before opening trout season 2014. Me, Mike, and Edgar, we decided to go down the night before and get our tags. As we was going down there, as you saw, we saw all kinds of wildlife. We saw 14 deer. We stopped and videoed them. And we went down there the night before in hopes of avoiding the big crowd that we knew would be there. And once we got there, there was still a big crowd. And we tried to get Brad to come down with us, but he decided he would wait until the next morning. Well, we're here at the lodge and we're going and getting our tags, and I needed some fishing line, so I bought me some 2-pound leader line for the next morning, and still waiting on Brad. All right, well, we're ready to go for in the morning. We'll see when Brad and them get here how long it takes them to get their tag. It only took us about
10 minutes.
About 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So we'll see how long the line is in the morning, and we'll see y'all then. It's March 1st here in southern Missouri. We're down here at Montauk State Park. It's about 15 minutes till they blow the whistle. We're down here trying to catch some trout. We're supposed to meet Brad and some of the other boys down here, and of course we ain't got no cell phone service down here, so hopefully we'll run into them sometime today, but hopefully we'll have our limit. Stay tuned, come go with us. Well, as you heard, there went the siren, and we look around and there's still no Brad.
Well, folks, we just got down here. We missed the opening buzzer. Had some difficulties this morning, but we're down here now. And we haven't met up with Lucas or Joe or Lynn, but we will here later this morning. So we're gonna try a little hole here and see if we can't catch something.
I'm waiting as usual to get this thing rolling.
Hey, guys, I'm here. Hold on.
Late as usual. He's late to everything.
I was fishing.
You all right?
I was fishing.
You all right?
I'm all right.
All right.
Folks, 2013,
14.
2014,
See, he's a year behind.
Missouri trout fishing, trout season, and it's what happens when you get late, folks.
Yeah.
I apologize. I apologize, Lynn. I apologize.
Well, you know,
But
normally we either got a bow in our hand or a gun in our hand.
but this episode we have a fishing pole.
Yeah.
Well, me and Chad, we were a little bit late.
What was up with that?
I blame Chad.
I tried to get you to buy your tag the night before.
Yeah, well, we thought we'd be crafty and buy it that morning, and folks, it was still packed in there that morning. But we were still there early enough to get our tag. I'm still blaming Chad.
Well, I don't blame you there.
No, his internal GPS, which he swears he has,
Did not go off.
it was broke. Because we went down to the honey hole that we were gonna fish in, full. So we were walking down by the hatchery, and we found us a little hole to fish, and this is where we started. And first thing, whistle's already blew, but first thing, Chad gets in there fishing, and he catches one. And I tell Chad, I said, Chad, keep that fish on the line, let me get the camera going.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm sitting there messing with the camera, he loses the fish. What happened, bud?
I lost.
You blaming the camera guy? Huh?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Well, let me tell you something about mine and Edgar's and Mike's
All right.
situation. Well, Edgar, he was filming. Mike, just as soon as the whistle blew, he's over there just catching them left and right. First one I caught, it was a good one. And I asked Mike, you know, I said, give me the net, give me the net. He brings the net over there. Get your net, Mike? Mike? Yeah. Easy one. And that thing was flopping around, and I think you even hear Edgar say, that's a good one. And it was a good one. And I get the net from Mike, and I dip down after it, and you'll see what happens. Are you kidding me?
Folks, it's always about the one that got away with Lynn.
He got away. Well, like I said, I'd never been in the fly fishing area, so I bought a little old bitty fly. And Mike, he had a little bit bigger fly on his. And my rod, it just wasn't working right. I mean, you see me fighting with it. I'm trying to get it to cast out there, and it won't go out there 6 feet. And once again, I've never been in the fly fishing area. And I just keep looking over at Mike, and
He just reeled him in.
he just reeling them
Big
in.
old smile.
Yeah, oh yeah. And so he catches his 4. And so I told him, we're gonna have to do some equipment situation here. You know, we're gonna have to do some swapping. Give me some of your equipment.
Yeah.
And so he gladly gave me his pole. Well, we got one in. That one didn't get off. Next thing you know, I got 4. All right, well, it's 7:30 in the morning. The whistle blew at 6:30 this morning. And Me and my buddy Mike Elledge, we done caught our limit here in Montauk. So I'm gonna jump behind the camera and I'm gonna get old Edgar down here and see if he can't do some good. And then it's Edgar's turn. If you watch him, he's sitting here and you can actually see the fish out there with your glasses on.
I seen so many fish in that pool.
There
it
was.
wasn't funny.
And he's after them. And then if you watch, there's a youngster and his sister, I believe, they walk in there, cast out their first catch, bam, right there in the same hole that he's been fishing in for 5 minutes and can't get one to bite.
How do you feel about that?
We made fun of it.
Did you make fun? Yeah,
we had
it's
to,
Edgar.
you know. Well, looky there, Edgar. How long you been trying to catch fish, sir?
I'd be better off back down there where I caught him.
And finally, he's like, I'm done. I'm done. So we ended up, me and Mike and I, we caught our limit, and then Edgar, and he could have caught his last one, but we were done.
Yeah.
It was a good day. Met a bunch of great people. Talked to some good folks, and had a good time.
Then we met up with you guys at the lodge.
Yes.
And folks, if you haven't been down to the Montauk Lodge, it's magnificent. I mean, not only do they sell everything to do with trout fishing, they also have a restaurant. They sell apparel in there, Montauk apparel, clothes, hats, you name it. The restaurant has a great buffet.
Yeah.
And we went in there for breakfast.
Buffet.
You betcha. We went in there for breakfast and we ate, and it was good. I mean, all you can eat, and we ate all we could eat.
And then while you're in there, you get to hear everybody around you talking about stories, and you can tell them your stories. And
sir, what's your name?
Keith Newell.
Keith, where are you from?
Well, I'm from Pacific, but I have a house here at Montauk too.
Okay, great. Now, take a look at this fish here, folks. What it weighed? Did you weigh it?
It weighed 5 pounds, 8 ounces.
That is a dandy fish. Dandy fish.
Yes.
What was your? No, I don't want you to give away all your secrets. Don't tell us what you're fishing with. That's a dandy.
Orange glow ball
Oh, he is. Orange glow ball.
and a 5-weight, 9-foot sage rod.
There you go, folks. That's the ticket to catching fish like this at Montauk. Well, sir, we appreciate you stopping by and talking to us. You guys
Thank you
have
very
a great
much.
day. All right. What's your name, sir?
Mike McHugh.
Mike McHugh, and these are fish you caught this morning down here at Montauk?
Yes, sir.
I just heard a story you got married at this exact hole.
Yes, I did.
What year? When was that?
That was 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah. When that big tree was still here.
Did
We
you
got
catch her?
married under
Did
that
you
tree.
catch her, or was
Yeah,
it?
I caught her. I caught her. She was a keeper.
Was she a keeper? Well, I sure appreciate you showing us your fish.
All righty.
All right. Well, after a little while, me and Chad down there fishing this little hole, we didn't have much luck. So we went on the move. Okay. So we started walking down the stream, and we got up and met some folks, and they had some fish, and this youngster, he had caught a good fish, and he was real proud of it, and we thought, well, we'll let him see how proud of it he is on the show. And we videoed it, and it was pretty neat. And he kept dropping it. He almost lost it a couple times. It was pretty funny. They were diving for it and going after it, but he finally got it.
And that's the good thing about going down to Montauk. I mean, you run into people that come down here from all over.
Everywhere.
I mean, there's a lot of people that love trout fishing. I mean, and that's one of the great things about going down to Montauk is you meet a lot of great people, and they're from all over. Some people are dedicated to trout fishing, and I know myself, I hadn't done it in years, and I've been back since we went on this one. I mean, I really enjoy it.
Yeah, it's good times, and it's real good for the kids because they stock the fish in there, and you can take the youngsters down and they can catch fish, where it's a little bit different on the river or lakes. But first thing in the morning, they'll catch some trout, except for Chad. Except for Chad. We walk down a little bit further and we catch a few more people who has caught good fish. So we interview them, and we're looking for you guys. And like you said,
looking for us.
We was, folks. We were looking for them. I had my phone, but no signal. So finally, we end up and we run into them Bean Creek boys. All right, folks. We finally located them Bean Creek outdoor product fellas. And they're right where they said they were supposed to be. I don't understand it. I mean, who does that? But anyway.
I don't think Brad's GPS works down here.
That was Chad. Chad was my GPS.
Yeah, that's right. He did say I know right where you're talking about.
Yeah, he did. Lucas and Joe, and they're down there, and
I heard you say something about Joe's a fish magnet.
oh, But every time I looked at Joe, he had a fish on. I think it was the same fish.
Probably.
I think he really didn't take it off.
Right.
He just put it back and let it swim off, and yeah.
He's a flopper.
But he caught some good fish, and it was like every cast.
Look at this, Chad. You better get your rod and reel down there and start doing some fishing. And Joe.
You got an extra pair of Polaroids?
I don't got a pair at all.
Yeah. I had to get mine to Luke.
Did you? Yeah.
I don't need it.
Well, you're doing better than I am. I've got yours. Maybe I need to give them back to you.
You want me to get the net?
And you actually got it in, too.
I got it in, folks. They're hard to clean. Crunchy. You gotta bake them, or you gotta put them in the pot.
Boil them for a while.
Well, thank you. I always wanted to rock with my very own.
I think they're using deer lure on their trout lures, folks. Freshly squeezed estrus.
Works on big bucks and trout.
Big bucks and trout. I'd market that.
Yeah.
I caught him on a brown rooster tail right below the waterfall.
Man, that's
And I hadn't been standing there 5 minutes.
Wow. What's your name, sir?
My name's John Fosey. I'm from St. Louis.
St. Louis. Wow. What do you think he weighs, or have you had him weighed?
I haven't had him weighed yet. I bet he's 3 or 4 pounds.
That's a dandy right there. That is a dandy.
Yeah.
Good job. Good. Is this your family over here?
Yeah.
Is it? What do y'all think about it?
I'm proud of
doing
it.
quite as well as
Yeah, we haven't caught anything.
We haven't either.
We haven't caught anything, but he's done well.
Well, congratulations. That's a dandy.
Now I see Lucas caught almost a lunker.
Well, this was so close to a lunker, it wasn't funny, folks. I mean, when we're talking lengthwise, and it was... I'm zooming in. Still zooming. Look at there, folks.
The trout worm's longer.
That is a giant. Take that up and have it weighed.
I think we will.
Let Miss Salem weigh that for us. Smallest trout I've ever seen in my life.
The worm was almost bigger than it was.
I don't think it could eat it. Hey, bud, what's your name?
Dakota Utley.
Dakota Utley, and you're from around this part? Licking, great. How big was that fish?
411.
411. Now, we don't want to get all the secrets. We don't want you to tell us your secret bait. But if you did, what was it?
Brown jig.
Brown jig, all right. Well, we sure appreciate you stopping by and showing us your fish, and good luck the rest of the day. All right. I've never seen anybody in Montauk with crown. What's your name?
Carmen.
Okay, where are you from? Salem. And what are you doing there?
I am taking the weight.
Taking the weight, excuse me, taking the weight and the names of the fish that come in. And how'd you get lucky enough to get this job? The crown and the sash. And that's Miss Salem?
Yeah.
Well, great. And how's it going so far? A lot of good fish? Good, good. As you can see here, I sit down and I interview Miss Salem, Miss Salem, Missouri. And she's actually in there keeping record of all the trout that are weighed for the lunker status. And
This year the lunker status was what?
I believe 3 pounds.
3 pounds.
I believe. Don't quote me on it.
Opening day, I'm pretty sure it was 3.
Yeah. So, how many big fish have you had come through yet?
20?
20. They said there was almost 2,000 here today.
Yeah.
And 20 fish, big fish out of 2,000. Well, here comes another one. Come on in, sir. We'll get this fish weighed too. Get that, Chad.
30 pounds, see?
Okay.
Good fish.
Let me go get the guy that caught this. He wouldn't mind it.
Well, thank you so much. Okay. You know, a lot of people got their different views on trout fishing, but I tell you, it's a good family fun. It's good to get down with friends fishing. It's a good environment. Montauk is where we're fishing, Montauk State Park near Licking, Missouri, and It's clean. It's a lot of open places to fish. Got a little park for the kids to play. Hatchery, great lodge. It's a great place to go. So trout fishing.
2014.
Sir, what's your name?
Ron Johnson,
Where are you guys from?
Salem, Missouri.
Salem, right here.
Yes, sir.
All right. And how big was that fish?
3 pounds even.
Now, there's a little story behind this fish. Who caught this fish?
Brian Wisdom.
Brian Wisdom.
He's from Salem.
Where's he at right now? We don't.
Come here, Brian. Come here,
He
Brian.
may be standing
Get over
right
here.
next to us, folks.
He's ashamed of his fish.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
That's a
and it's
nice
turned out to
fish.
be a lot
That's a nice fish.
Well, folks, March 1st, the opening day of Missouri trout season, and you just seen our haul right behind us. It took some of us a while to catch our fish compared to some others. You guys say you had yours pretty early?
Mike did.
Yeah. Mike did?
Yeah, Mike did.
Well,
We had to.
no.
We had
Not
to
so
share,
well.
We had to share equipment.
Oh, well.
This was all a one-pole effort.
Yeah,
One pole effort?
One pole effort. One pole.
Yeah.
And one fly.
I'm glad that's teamwork.
Yep.
That's
He
teamwork.
caught his 4. I caught my 4. And Edgar caught his 3. So what's coming up next week?
Well, we're back in the turkey woods, folks. It's Missouri 2014 spring turkey season. And me, you, and the boys are back in the woods with our shotguns and turkey calls. And, well, you'll see what happens. So tune in with us next week and join the madness.